Well, I've been asked to comment on one of the dumbest things I think I've ever seen. But first, let me start off by saying that I am no hater of Apple. I was never a fan of Steve Jobs. In fact, I have the Apple logo tattooed on the inside of my right wrist. Here's an article among many that I actually wrote when I actually did work for Apple. It's called Methodology to Protect Your Data, Backups versus Archives, written by me. Quite an extensive article, yada yada. So I have currently two iPads and six Macs, and my main computer is a 27-inch iMac with 32 gig of RAM. Now, here's the Mac Pro. There was somebody else commenting somewhere else, and they gave this fallacious information about why. And this is it specced out on this Mac Pro with a 16 core, a bunch of RAM, 22. I think their computer they said was $24,000. Well, isn't that really intelligent? Here's what you should buy instead. But let's first get to the fallacious statements made. By the way, the last fallacious statement that was said is, let me do an exact quote for you, because it's my damn money and it's none of your business. So I thought that was, very, very childish, of course. And of course it is childish. Best long-term solution. No, there's no such thing as investing in technology, by the way, which was this person's second point. Good investment. You don't invest in technology. Everybody knows when you buy a computer, it's basically obsoleted before the year is out. So you blew $24,000. And of course, what anybody does with their own money is certainly their own business, but you don't rationalize that with extremely stupid statements. It's not a good investment. No, it's not a good long-term solution. Let's actually take a look at what you should have bought here. Let's take a look. And of course, this would handle, you don't even need to buy an iMac Pro. And I don't care if you're an Apple fan, and of course you can build a much cheaper PC, I know that, but I stopped using PCs quite a long time ago, and all my stress went out the window. I don't care how much you think Apple computers are overpriced. In the case of the Mac Pro, it certainly is. Let's actually go and build this, a 6 core. Let's drop in 32 gig of RAM, which would be perfect for Photoshop and also too for Capture One. You definitely want to get a solid state drive. You would never want to buy a Fusion drive. That's ancient technology, essentially. I don't know why Apple even still offers it. 1 terabyte. Yeah, so we're looking at basically $2,900. Here's the iMac. The iMac isn't even pimped out at $23,000. I have down here essentially, not even pimped out. You're going to rationalize to people ignorantly and unintelligently that you need a $24,000 Mac Pro. You know, what anybody buys or does with their own money is, of course, their own business. This is true. The most upgradable system? No, your money is going to waste. You want an upgradable system. When it comes to technology, an upgrade is buying this for $3,000. Working with it in your business, getting your money out of it, which wouldn't take long. In today's job, 3,000 bucks will very, very quickly pay for itself. An upgradable system is waiting 2.5 years down the line and buying the next iteration, the next 2+ year iteration of the iMac or whatever it is that you want, whatever form factor that you want. I mean, ridiculous. For $25,000, I could buy this $3,000 pimped out 27-inch 5K iMac, which would be a dream for any photographer. By the way, I'm making this video on a 27-inch 5K iMac right now. You could buy a $10,000 GFX 100 and still have $15,000 left over you could stick in the bank to gain interest. The interest alone after a couple years, well, it wouldn't be enough to buy another computer. It'd be just completely ridiculous. Also, too, the statement that running a Hackintosh is illegal, that's absolutely a lie. Running a Hackintosh is not illegal. It's absolutely not illegal. That's an exact quote. Running a Hackintosh is illegal. No, it's not. Technology is not an investment. All computers get obsoleted. You should buy this 27-inch iMac. This is what I would do with a few $1,000s, but which I've already bought this iMac because I'm making this video on the same iMac. 3,000 bucks. Okay, that's wonderful. Take another $2,000 and go over here. Since you're going to be traveling and I'm going to be traveling, go over here and buy yourself a nice MacBook Pro. No, you want to buy a MacBook Pro 16-inch. Yeah, buy a 16-inch MacBook Pro. Another 3,000, right? That's all you need to do absolutely everything anybody would ever want. Absolutely everything. Completely ridiculous. Absolutely, completely ridiculous. I mean, the only person that should be buying a $24,000 Mac Pro is someone that's incredibly unintelligent or so extremely, loaded with expendable income. They're just trying to figure a way to burn it. Those type of people that will roll up $100 bills and light them and then use that lit $100 bill to light their cigar. Those are the people that should be buying this. Rationalizing to common earthlings this nonsense. Best long-term solution? No, here's a long-term solution. You get yourself a 27-inch iMac, and then 2 years later, upgrade it. Unbelievable. It's bombastic. Bombastic ignorance. Right to the hilt and back again. Nobody should even, do anything but laugh at such an absurd notion. I mean, it's beyond absurd. I mean, it's like recommending to other people they put on a sequence speedo thong and hurl themselves headfirst into an active volcano. That sort of level of pure bombastic stupidity. Just, but if you are filthy rich and you light your cigars with $100 bills, then you should buy a Mac Pro. If you have more money than brains and you're not very smart, then you should also buy a Mac Pro. And this is coming from a guy that owns 6 Macs and has the Apple logo tattooed on his wrist. So obviously no one's going to call me a Apple hater. But even I will tell you, pure 100% bombastic stupidity, right to the hilt and back again. Throw yourself in an active volcano levels of stupidity. Unfreaking believable. Peace out, Girl Scout.